Showcase. Thank you very much. And I'm going to speak real quickly because I've got a million things to say to this great group. The first is, we started in June. I'm a graduate of the Market Gardener Training Program. It's the best $80 I ever spent. It is 12 weeks, and it gives you great information. Everybody should go. And what we have is a market garden at Ansel Road. I work as a drug counselor about 50 hours a week. And on site where I work, the place used to be a seminary. So it's got 11 acres. About 4 of that is grassland, and we turned a ½ acre of that into a market garden. And in September, everybody who came to our Hoop House barn raising, raise your hand, everybody who helped. They're all over the room, all over the room. So you can get great help from the people in Cleveland who do this. So we've got right now, because we cleared some more land, a 15,000 square foot urban farm. And so when you think about 10,000 farmers in 10 years, the OSU Extension Program works on the other end. Instead of training kids, they're training adults. We also have a training program. At the treatment center that I work, we got a grant to train Hitchcock Center for Women. Hitchcock Center for Women. So it's a women's addiction recovery center. We have 10 women in a grant-funded training program, and we're expecting 5 of them to go to the Bioneers Conference, and we're planning to send at least 2 of them to Morgan's class in January. So we are working hard to train farmers, and our real focus is making sure the people who have been disenfranchised are not left out of the urban food economy that is coming, because it is going to happen, and either it's going to be us in the neighborhoods doing it or ConAgra coming in, buying up the land and doing it, but it is going to happen. One of the questions Peter sent me was, who are you collaborating with? Cade Social Ventures, City Fresh, the Sustainability Summit Local Foods Group, We Dig the City, United Black Fund, Neighborhood Connections, and a whole bunch of other organizations and individuals. The models that we're using are primarily from the OSU Extension, and I went to Milwaukee and spent a few days with Will Allen, and so we're duplicating that model. So the models already exist. We don't have to reinvent the wheel in Cleveland. There are people who are making thousands of dollars on 4- and 5-acre plots, so it can be done. Our big vision is a sales and training volume big enough to support 5 staff at 10 urban agriculture sites, to replicate this model with intensive growing in the field and year-round growing in hoop houses throughout northern Ohio, to advocate for and empower the people living in the food desert neighborhoods to become employees or entrepreneurs in the urban agricultural economy. What are our immediate next steps? Develop a year-round customer base and distribution system that supports year-round growing, because City Fresh was a big boom for us this year. They bought a lot of our product, but they end on October 15th. And I can't offer people a real job if the job ends on October 15th. So we need large institutional buyers. We need restaurants. We really need a full year-round buying system so that everybody who's thinking of a hoop house, a straw bale, growing inside somewhere has some place to sell. And then the other thing that we need that I know they're going to talk about is a neighborhood food processing and storage facility, because beyond just picking it and putting it in a bag, if you really want to do value-added products, or even if you just want to pick it today and sell it next week, you got to have some place to store it, and most people who are just starting up don't have that. And then money.